Well, 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 look what we have coming out of the Toops conference. It looks to be that Toops Chrome Basketball will be here a little sooner than maybe we thought, coming in June, according to sources. Let's talk about it. What is going on, my hobby family, my sports card hobby family? It's another day, it's another sports card video. Thank you very much for hanging out with me. Spring is slowly moving into summer here in North Carolina, starting to heat up. We've got a couple of topics here today. We got Toops Chrome Basketball, and I'm going to talk about side collections, and how it can kind of derail maybe the primary collection. So we'll talk through that. Before I get started, we've got our Tuesday shout outs. Card Capsule, your place for all of your card supplies, whether it's semi-rigids, top loaders, cases. I've got a big case over here, and it holds SGC holders, it holds BGS, it holds PSA. That's something I always find difficult. Sometimes I'm going to buy a case and it only fits PSA, and I've got a variety of different things. There'll be a link in the video description and to get 10% off your order. Also, Wooten Sports Cards, our guys over there on Whatnot, selling out just about every week. 11,000 plus followers. 5-star reviews on Whatnot. It's Wooten Sports Cards on Whatnot. Check them out. VintageBreaks.com, a place where you can go and get into some unique offerings for vintage set breaks and the opportunity to get insane bonuses and giveaways over at VintageBreaks.com. Some of the leaders in the space for breaking, for giveaways and bonuses on top of what you buy into. So definitely check out VintageBreaks.com for something that's a little bit different. Also, you're thinking about grading cards, but you're not exactly sure where should I go. SGC at GoSGC.com, $15 flat rate for card grading, $9 for TCG cards. Something I like is that you get the auto grade included without paying anything extra at SGC. So a lot of value there. GoSGC.com. All right, so yesterday we had some news that Toops is extending redemptions from a 2-year time span out to 10 years, giving a longer opportunity to be able to redeem those. I know redemptions as a whole are something that nobody really cares for or likes. And actually, I remember going back in time when Michael Rubin said that he hates redemptions. This is back as Fanatics was taking over Toops. And I remember him saying distinctly, going back, a year and a half ago, that they want to do away with redemptions or do them in a better way. Well, I guess you could chalk this up as doing them, in a better way, just extending it out from 2 years to 10 years and hopefully getting collectors what they should have gotten in the first place. Today, though, we had the announcement, and I think this is something that people have been waiting for, but again, it's kind of like a yay and an because Toops does not have the NBA license, just like they don't have the NFL license. I guess my big question mark then comes, all right, you got NBA coming out in June. Does that also mean that the NFL stuff is going to be coming as well? A lot of people are excited about Toops Chrome football cards coming back for obvious reasons, a long, nice history of Toops Chrome. Me, I'm also a Prism guy. I really like the Panini products as well, so I'm kind of torn between mom and dad in the divorce. I like both options, but we're going to get kind of what I would say probably watered down Toops Chrome cards. You can't have the team logo, so it's going to be kind of the practice jersey, Wemby cards, but they'll have autographs, they'll have Wemby autographs, and even like now, I think the Toops Now Wemby autographs sell out and everything. So I'm sure that sort of stuff is going to be really popular. I guess my question is, are the regular kind of refractor type things going to be popular? My guess is initially yes, just because people are so excited. But I wonder if, just the fact that you're not going to have the NBA logo, you're not going to have Spurs on there, he's not going to be wearing a Spurs jersey on those cards that are coming out reportedly in June, which is right around the corner. That's 6 weeks away. And so I also don't think that there's some sort of a deal in place with Panini to be able to take over that license. Like, oh, maybe they've settled out a court or something. It just seems like it's too fast of a timeline. They would have already done these designs probably months ago. This has probably been in the works for months, and now they're announcing it here at this conference for it to come out in June. So I don't know. I don't think that there's any sort of we made a deal with Panini, so all of these are going to have, Wemby stuff is going to have a Spurs logo on it. I don't see it. Now, maybe people just don't care. And I think that's going to be the thing that really is kind of a question mark here. Maybe people will just love this Toops Chrome product. Maybe it'll be a killer design. Maybe you'll have a really cool picture of Wemby dunking or something. Maybe it'll be just excitement around this thing that just makes it go. And so it'll be interesting. I know that a lot of people, again, basketball card collectors, this is huge news for basketball card collectors. And again, the next pin to drop is going to be the NFL stuff. It's going to be the Toops Chrome football cards. I'm sure that'll be the next announcement months down the road.
It's our night! It's our time! Get it for this city! Get it for each other! We gotta smell greatness, and we gotta finish strong! Who that?
Let me know your thoughts on that in the comments. Excited about Toops Chrome Basketball, or without the license, you kind of like, I'll just wait. All right, the next subject I want to talk about, next topic, because I think this is interesting because I'm dealing with this myself, and it's the danger, we get really dramatic here, of putting a lot of money into a side PC. So what happens is, and I'm so bad at this, I get so excited over, these sort of, I just found this, I just found that. You have these impulse buys that happen. I'm gonna collect this set, or I'm gonna collect this player within the set. I'm gonna collect, I'll just use an example. This is not me, but I'm going to collect the full run of Kabooms, or I'm going to get all of the gold prisms, or I'm going to get whatever it is for this particular player. And then what happens is, if this is a side PC, so if this is not your main player or main character, maybe you're going outside for non-sports stuff, you're like, I'm going to get these Star Wars cards over here because I just love this show that I just watched on TV, and I'm going all in on these Star Wars cards. But then here's what happens. It's what's happened to me is 6 months goes by, 12 months goes by, and then there's something really cool maybe in your primary PC, or it's something that is completely outside of the realm, that maybe it's a high-end card that now all of a sudden has become affordable to you. It's fallen kind of within the range. And so then what are you going towards first? You're not going to go to your primary PC first. You're going to go to your side PCs first to help fund that thing. But what it happens, and what I've seen, and granted, I haven't spent huge money on a side PC to where I'm losing a lot when I go to resell, but a lot of times with collectibles, you buy something and then 6 months later you're trying to resell it. A lot of times you're selling it at 70% or 80%, 90% of what you paid for it. It happens. Whereas if we had just saved that money for that larger item that ended up popping up, then we could have just had the money for it. Now, I know part of the fun of the hobbying and part of the fun of the speculating and all that stuff is this kind of game of getting in and out of cards. It's a buy, sell, trade hobby, but it's just something I think to keep in mind with the side PC, being careful not to go down too far down that side PC road to where, oh man, something really cool popped up here, maybe in your primary collecting space, and now you're like, oh, but I don't want to sell or trade out of my primary collection or my primary stuff. I'll go over here to this stuff that I really liked 6 months ago and impulse bought into it, and now it's replaceable. Now it's expendable all of a sudden. And again, a part of that is just kind of the fun of the hobby. You're getting in and out of certain things. Part of it is trendy. You might have thought, oh man, this thing is so cool. And you might still think it's cool, but needing to make a decision as to like, how do I fund this other thing or this other set or this other collectible that you want to get into? So I think that's an important topic. Have you ever had that happen when you're consolidating and you're thinking like, man, why did I get into these? Or gosh, if I had just taken a little bit of extra time to think before just buying into this particular thing. An example of this is 1990 Marvel Universe Impel, that set. That's a set when I was a kid that I absolutely loved. I was 9 years old when it came out. I remember getting the packs that were plentiful, and just those character cards in there, I don't know what it is about them. It's definitely a nostalgia thing. But I was like, I'm going to get those main characters, that I really like. And it's not even necessarily main characters per se, but just like ones I remember. Like there's a Ghost Rider rookie card. It actually says rookie card on it. And, that's one that I want. I'm going to get all these in a 10. But as I start to think more and more on it, first off, am I in a huge rush to get that? Because they're available. Secondly, do I need it in a 10, or could I get it in a 9, or could I get it in a near mint in an 8? Could I just get a binder of the set and just look at the binder, which I do have the binder of the set. So I end up, if I just take the time, I can almost talk myself out of this kind of side PC thing that I want to get into, which would be really cool, don't get me wrong. But then I'm thinking, but what if there's something that comes up? We're in a collectible space now where a lot of prices on things have come down. And I get there's high-end items that are still setting new records and that sort of thing, but there's also a lot of fairly high-end items that have come down in price within striking range for a variety of different reasons. Interest being down on it, supply, demand, a lot more of it getting graded. And so there's opportunities that are popping up that weren't there 2 years ago or 3 years ago, certainly, as we were in these heights during these booms. And so it's tough, it's tough to kind of make these decisions, but it's a fun part too, even though, you might lose $10, $20 on a card, but it's exciting because you know that you've got a goal that you're getting into, kind of this other card that you're really excited about. All right, friends, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Stay healthy, stay awesome, and I will talk to you again later.